A court in Bangladesh has deferred the bail hearing of Hindu priest Chinmoy Krishna Das, arrested last week on sedition charges. This afternoon, lawyer appeared for the priest today. The court will now hear the bail plea on January 2nd. The arrest has been strongly criticized by Indian religious leaders and members of the civil society. My colleague Ghazali is also joining me for more on this. Ghazali, take us through the latest updates in this case. I'm also being joined by my colleague Saurabh Gupta, who has been tracking this story from day one. Thank you, Saurabh and Ghazali, for joining us. Ghazali, if I can come to you first, take us through what happened inside the courtroom in Bangladesh.
See, as per the available information, there was no lawyer who was available to argue for Mr. Chinmoy Das' bail hearing, and that is why the state, or say the public prosecutor, sort of asked for more time, and the court has fixed the new date as 2nd January for the bail hearing. Until then, we are being told that perhaps Mr. Chinmoy Das will have to spend time in jail. And why this is happening, we know that on the day of his arrest, he was taken to the court, and while he was being taken out of the court, his supporters, as per the Bangladeshi media, raised slogans, and the police had to use force. And in that entire commotion, one assistant public prosecutor was killed. Now, there are allegations and counter allegations, but as far as this particular case is concerned, Chinmoy Das's bail hearing today could not happen because of non-availability of lawyer, or say there was no lawyer who was able to, who was not there to contest his case. There are unconfirmed reports, as per ISKCON and other Hindu organizations, that the lawyer who was contesting his case was attacked day before yesterday, and he was admitted in the jail, and that is why there was no lawyer present there in the court. Now, the next hearing is on 2nd January. It's almost a month away. And in the next month only, Mr. Chinmoy Das' bail plea will be heard by the court.
Right. A caution has also been, issued in Kolkata, where ISKCON priest has appealed to people in Bangladesh. My colleague Saurabh Gupta is joining me. Saurabh, take us through the caution that has been issued by priests in India.
I mean, the situation in Bangladesh is such that being careful is one of the prerequisites to being safe, and therefore what we've seen is that ISKCON, which is also being targeted, has been labeled as a fundamentalist organization by the Bangladesh government in court, is also fighting a legal battle. And in all of this, we also see Chinmoy Krishna Das. The fact that there is an unavailability of a lawyer, that lawyer could not appear for him, shows the situation, shows the atmosphere of fear, is what ISKCON officials are saying, that there is an atmosphere of fear, that there are people who are being intimidated and threatened, and there are people who are saying that, the gentleman who was attacked in Bangladesh is not his advocate on record, or on record is not a lawyer, but this was a man who was his legal counsel. So, there are multiple claims, there are multiple layers to this, but obviously there are also completely discernible facts, which is one, that there is a persecution of Hindus happening in Bangladesh. Two, there are people who are being threatened, and three,
Those updates, and thank you, Ghazali, for joining us.